we could have 10 students, and the top student was given a centre assessed grade of an A star, but the whole lot were reduced so that that top student came down to a C. Right? Now that has happened in centres. A star to C has happened. And that's the top grade that was given as a calculated grade. But it could now be the case that that top student had missed their mark. All the others had sat marks, and all the others had got B's or A's. All the others would now be moved up above, and the very top student could now theoretically be the bottom of the class. Now that is a patent absurdity, and this cannot be a way of solving the problem, because it is introducing more unfairness into the system rather than less.
So why do you think this has all happened? Is it a lack of planning? Is there some deliberate plan in this, or is it just been a bit of a shambles? What's your explanation?
I'm going to go with shambles. The thing with it, though, actually no, there's more to it than that. The thing that we have to understand, and again I was referring to by your last call.
In a quarter of a mile, slide right onto causeway A312.
Students. Now, we think of exams as measuring capacity, but they don't. They measure rank. Teachers assess capacity, and even examiners assess capacity.
Take the next right onto causeway A312.
Create rank. And the way of conceptualizing this is if you think of different types of testing, right? So if you imagine, for example, doing your driving test. Now, if you're doing your driving test,
Continue on A312 for 1 mile.
be good at driving, not make the errors. There's no requirement that a certain number of students pass their driving tests. There's no requirement that we need to know who was better than you and who was worse. You simply pass the test or you don't. Now, the examination system in Britain is exactly the opposite. Because when things are put to Ofqual, in ordinary use every single year, Ofqual has a requirement that they hold the grades within 1 or 2 percentage points each year. So there's no, that's the phrase, grade inflation. Now what this does in practice, if we take, for example, the GCSEs coming up next week, which I'm hugely concerned about, we have a national discourse which says getting your grade 4 at GCSE, your pass, in English and maths, is the absolute standard for getting through school. Everyone should be able to do that, and loads of further courses, careers, apprenticeships are all dependent on having your pass at English and maths. And yet, we have a system which dictates specifically that a third of students must fail.
Well, let's cross everything for the GCSEs, and Sammy, thank you so much for very passionately taking us through your view on that. Thank you very much indeed. That's Sammy Wright, who's the lead for schools and higher education for the Social Mobility Commission. We didn't even get on to talk about how this affects social mobility as well. 0345 6060 973. What's your view of the A-level grade situation and your experience so far? More in a moment. This is LBC 620. LBC.
Get 6 washable, reusable coloured face coverings for under £20 from trustedppe.co.uk. Order before 4 p.m. weekdays for same-day dispatch.
Hello, I'm Andy Byford. I'm the new Commissioner of Transport for London, and I want to tell you what we're doing to help get London moving again. With more people returning to us every day...
In a quarter of a mile, at Wagoners Roundabout, take the second exit onto the Parkway A312.
...to clean all surfaces daily. We're also providing over 1,000 hand sanitizer stations for customers. We are now back to good service levels on tubes, buses and trains, although we do ask that you please plan ahead and still travel outside the busier times, if you can, to help with social distancing. I'm also grateful to the vast majority of you who are looking out for each other by wearing a face covering. Police and enforcement teams are working to ensure everyone does this. We are doing all we can to keep things safe, clean and organised. After all, we're here to help all Londoners. To find out more, search TfL Restart Plan. To the Mayor of London and TfL, every journey matters.
You know what? You could just renew your car insurance. Your premium might even be a little lower this year. But hold on. Don't let an okay sounding deal confuse you. Let's back up a minute. Confused.com guarantees to beat your renewal, and you could save up to £294. Don't be confused.
Exit the roundabout onto the parkway.
Consumer Intelligence Limited.
Continue on the parkway for 1 mile.
T's and C's apply. Must be a like-for-like policy.
It could be a family syndicate. It could be down to not stepping on the back to the pavement. It could be somebody's birthday is their lucky numbers. It could be you. Don't miss tonight's Lotto Quadruple Rombo. Play online or on the app. Lotto from the National Lottery. Your numbers make amazing happen. Rules and procedures apply. Players must be 16 or over.
For plenty of professional tradespeople in an abundance of trades, you're sure to find your perfect match at trustatrader.com.
At Lidl, we're big on baby wipes, and our new Lupido biodegradable wipes are made up of 99% water. So not only are they kind to delicate skin, they're kinder to the planet, and for just 65p, they're kind to your wallet too. Lidl's Lipiloo range. Now that's big on quality, and always little on price. Subject to availability, selected stores excludes NI.
This is the sound of confidence being made in the British Army. Did you pick it out? The sound of a reserve soldier gripping someone's hand during a hurricane relief mission, going far beyond their day job. The sound of confidence that lasts a lifetime being made. Find where you belong. Search Army Reserve.
Listen, that's a dream. Everyone has them, jingling away in the back of our minds. And most of the time, that's where dreams stay.
In a quarter of a mile, at the roundabout, take the second exit onto the M4 slip road to Heathrow Airport, M25.
We listen to our dreams. We get right up close. And on really good days, they become reality. From 2022, Honda's mainstream cars will only be hybrid or electric. Honda, the power of dreams.
Clive Bull on LBC. Call 0345 6060 973.
LBC, I'm Clive Bull, and we're talking about the row over A-level grades, which is still going on. Is there, do you think, a potential solution to this, and how have you been affected? 0345 6060 973, text 84850, tweet at LBC and at Clive Bull. Clive, this one says, everyone that works in our local shop that took A-levels got lower grades than predicted. One boy got a U, but was predicted a B. How did that happen? He still has his unconditional offer at university, though. Well, I suppose he has to if it was unconditional. Another one here, Clive. Would it not have been possible for the students to have sat their exams on staggered days and fully distanced? Well, potentially yes, except that schools basically closed.
Exit the roundabout onto the slip road.
To do the exams, so you
In a quarter of a mile, merge onto M4.
Teaching for those exams wasn't going on. Hence why it's such an extraordinary situation. Bernie is in Wallington. Hello, Bernie. Hi, what would you like to say?
We live in Forest and it's an area where there are still grammar schools. My son attended a little comprehensive school.
Continue on M4 for 9 miles.
In his A-levels, and we found out Thursday morning at 8 o'clock that he had received a B. This now means that he won't be able to attend LSE, which is his first choice in uni. Potentially impacted the rest of his life. He had a bit of a tricky start to the year with one thing and another, and didn't actually receive the result of his marks, his result, sorry,
obviously this algorithm has upset a lot of people. They probably thought, well, we've got to do something. But what do you think they should have done then? Just gone entirely with basically the teacher's word for something? Is that...
I think in our area in particular, it's really tricky because we have the ground and we have the top. But I have a feeling that had rather than grading them 1 to 120, if they had looked at them in groupings of these children were expected or these young people were expected these grades, so therefore we looked them into that grade.
Yeah.
And then having to generalise, okay, we can only have, as your previous caller said, we've got to have a certain number to fail, so we can only have 10% with an A star.
I kind of think in this extraordinary situation, you don't have to have a certain number of people. If they were predicted they were going to fail, then maybe. But if they weren't, then don't fail them just because you've got to have a certain number. This is an extraordinary situation we're in where the exams weren't even taken and schools were closed. I just think it's appalling that they have to go according to a...
surrendered and the Second World War officially ended. Several veterans of the conflict in the Far East
promotion available until 31st of August 2020 at participating dealers. Free post-port credit. Deposit restrictions may apply.
Leading Britain's conversation. LBC with Clive Ball.
LBC, I'm Clive Ball. We're talking about A-level grades and, of course, GCSEs, which happen this coming week as well, and there are fears that there's going to be similar confusion. Are you affected by this? Do you feel there is a better way of doing this? 0345 6060 973. And let's go next to...
In 2 miles, at junction 6, take the A355 exit to Slough, Central.
What do you think about all this then? If it ends up punishing people who were told they get an A and they get a U.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how that's happened. If you look at the actual data on the website, they have given more A stars than A this year than since 2018 or 2019. And they've even divided them between low, medium, and high socioeconomic classes, which are states. There's actually very big difference between the status of the students, how many students have suffered. So I think the answer to this was currently very unfair for many of them have got offers.
In a quarter of a mile, at junction 6, take the A355 exit to Slough, Central.
There's a show that some of the very, very bright students haven't really got in. And I think the fair thing for the universities to do is when they made the offer, they made their assessment, and they should hold the offers regardless of the grade.
Exit at junction 6.
And give the students their grades to do it.
Well, I agree. I think that's what should. You just got to give them a chance because this is a very, very strange situation. And it's
In a quarter of a mile, at the roundabout, take the third exit onto Tums Lane, A355.
fantastic